I was a student activist before martial law was declared. I was a member of the SADECA, Samahan Demokratikong Kabataan. But when martial law was declared in 1972, I took the entrance exam of PMA. Because early on, I realized that my being an activist, being idealist, is being exploited by the extreme left. So I wasn't wrong when I opted to enter PMA. So that is my past. So I have fought all the armed groups in the Philippines in actual combat, not once, but on several occasions. The CPP-NPA, the MNLF, the MILF, the Abu Sayyaf. But they became my friends later on when I became a rebel myself. And my most formidable enemy was, of course, the armed forces. Because it was the armed forces who really pushed me to my limits. So when I assaulted Camp Aguinaldo, I landed at the Quirino Labor Hospital. I was dead. Last December 3 was my 34th year of borrowed life. And then later on, I was given my first amnesty. It was given by President Ramos. I appeared again during this kind of hearing for my second amnesty. And this time, the late Senator Joker Arroyo even asked, the chairman then was Senator Gingona, that he said, Mr. Chairman, your honors, why are we going to give these people amnesty? They are recidivists. Referring to Colonel Kerubin and General Danny Lim. So I was asked, I was requested by Senator Drilon to probably share with the August Chamber what did I do after I was given my first amnesty. Was I productive officer? In fact, when I was released, December Eve of 1992, Christmas Eve, right after the Marines, 21 Marines were massacred in Tuburan, Basilan, I wasn't receiving my pay and allowances. But when the commandant then, General Cabanlig, saw me, let's send Ariel anyway, he is war freak. Let's send him to Basilan. So I really struggled. I exerted all efforts, all my best to be back in the mainstream of my military career. Accomplishments after accomplishments after accomplishments. But still, the process was so long. So before I got my first amnesty, I decided to leave the service. I was in the States. I went with Senator Honasan in his one of his junkets to the States, and I decided not to go back anymore. And then I was informed, the Secretary of National Defense then was Secretary Abad. The executive assistant said, "Sir, you return because there's an executive order putting you back in the mainstream of your military. I mean, your ranking in the lineal list." I was a captain. My classmates were lieutenant colonels. I was promoted captain just 4 years after graduation, way ahead of my classmates. But because of my principles, because I was ready to die with, fighting for my principle. My next promotion was 14 long years later. I didn't wear my rank as a major, but